Hello and welcome back to the Efficient Skillet. My name is Willie and I hope that you're doing extremely well out there. I know that I am. A special thank you to my wife Angel. She got me this really cool shirt. God, guns, and Trump. What's not to love about that? Today we're going to do an easy to do, savory, delicious stuffed beef roll. Okay, to do a beef roll like we're about to do here, you're really supposed to use flank steak, and I couldn't seem to find any in Livingston, whether it's at Walmart or HEB. I couldn't find flank steak. Then you want a big piece of beef that is relatively thin like this. So I did find this shoulder steak in it, and there's a lot of it. So I'm gonna go with the shoulder steak and we're gonna see how this goes. Okay, so what you want to do is we're going to take one of these steaks out of here. Where there's two of them in here, but we're just going to use one for this video. And let's see, this one looks pretty good. So what you want to do is take this big steak out, and then what we're going to do is what we always do. We're going to take some plastic wrap. You're going to put your steak right on there like that, and we're going to cover it with the plastic wrap like this. Because what we're about to do, this steak is like about over a ½ inch thick. That's too thick. So what we're going to do is take our good old rolling pin / meat tenderizer, and we're going to beat it up pretty good. And what this will do is it'll tenderize the meat real good. Since this is a shoulder, I don't know how tough or tender that is, but after we beat it up and thin it out, it should be plenty tender for this purpose. So what you want to do, and I like to cover it with this plastic, it makes everything nice and neat and clean. So we're going to take that and we're going to start doing this. And already you can see how it's expanding outward, getting bigger. That's what you want. And there you go. This will be our beef roll right here. Okay, so now that we flattened out and tenderized our meat, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of olive oil. I strongly recommend the California Olive Ranch. You can get it at Walmart in Livingston. HEB in Livingston doesn't care. They don't carry it, so whatever for HEB. Anyway, put you a little bit on there and you wanna spread it out, of course. A little bit more. There we go. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to put some salt on this. I like this and recommend this kosher salt. It comes in a box. You can get it at Walmart or HEB right here in Livingston. And put you a couple of pinches of salt on there. And of course, you got to have black pepper. I like this coarse black pepper. That should do it. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is take some fresh spinach. Now, with the spinach, in my opinion, you wanna be pretty generous with it because, you know, spinach wilts real easy. And it, you know, when it wilts, it shrinks and all that. And, you know, maybe all the flavor won't be there like you'd like it to be. So because it wilts and shrinks, make sure you put on a good amount of fresh spinach, as you see that I'm doing right here. This is really easy, folks. There's not too many ingredients involved here. So far, we just have our steak, salt, pepper, olive oil, and spinach leaves. There's only a couple of more ingredients after this, and then we roll this thing up, tie it, and take the next step. Okay, so once you get your spinach on there, next thing we're going to do is put some provolone cheese on it. Is it provolone? Provolone? I don't know, but I'll just call it provolone. Or is it provolone? See what I mean? And we're going to take this provolone cheese. And with this, we're going to also be pretty generous with it, like this. I think for right there, we can use a half a piece. There we go. The next thing we're going to do is put some thin sliced bacon. Now I recommend that you can use thick slice if you want, but I recommend the thin sliced bacon because that way when you cut it and stuff and stick a fork into your bite and all that, if it's thin and, you know, after it's been cooked and all that kind of stuff, it'll break away a lot easier as opposed to a thick slice that might come completely unraveled whenever you consume this delicious work of art. As you can see, once again, with all these ingredients, we're applying generously. There we go. I think that should do it, and we'll fold that piece like that. Okay, now we're ready to roll this puppy up. Now, as y'all can see by the ingredients we've used so far, this should be something that really tastes good because you got spinach, you got cheese, you have bacon, and you got meat. I mean, did I say anything there that's not good? No, I didn't think so. Okay, so what you want to do is we want a nice tight roll here. So you kind of want to keep it all together. It's not hard. You just want to keep it together as you roll. Now this meat kind of separates right here. That's okay. You see that? Because it's going to fold over to there. Piece of spinach there. Okay. Requires some just careful. There we go. Roll it up like that. There we go. There we go. Oh man. You just kind of tuck things down in there and okay. You see leaves sticking out, poke them up in there. Here's one that just completely fell out. We'll just poke it in over here. Now, I went to Walmart and I went to the grocery section and I went to the houseware section and I went to all these sections. I couldn't find any of that string for cooking. So I went to the craft section and found this roll of stuff, and it's made of 100% cotton. So at least I know I'm not going to die or anything, you know, if I use it. It's not made of like plastic chemicals or something. It's just 100% cotton string, and it's got the right thickness for this. And the way you do this is you'll take this string and lay it across like this. Here's one end down here. And while you're holding it like this, you're just going to take and go like this. Get this over here. There we go. Okay. And then you just start rolling it up. Tying it up. It's going to hold it all together for us when we're cooking this. And if it tries to fall apart on you some, just try to hold it all together, man. There we go. Hang on, Sloopy. Sloopy, hang on. You gotta hang on. Oh yeah, this is looking good. Now down here at the end, you see that right there? We're gonna wrap this one more time around this way. And then we're gonna come over this way. And we're gonna wrap it like this just once or twice maybe. There we go. Oh my, where'd my other end go? Crap. Here it is. There's the other end. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these scissors and we're gonna snip this. And then we're gonna take this end of the string and this end of the string, and we're gonna tie it nicely. Just like that. And there we go. I think we're ready to cook. Okay, I've preheated my skillet to 400 degrees and I've put a little bit of olive oil in the pan. And what we want to do is put our beef roll in there and then brown each side of it. But before we do that, I've got 4 cloves of garlic I'm going to drop in there. And I got my skillet turned up all the way to 400. And I always enjoy when I take garlic and drop it on hot oil like this. Most of the time, it makes the garlic kind of jump and dance around for a few seconds. And I'm easily amused, and that kind of entertains me when I see that. Anyway, this garlic's going to help flavor this oil that we sear the beef roll in. So let's see if the garlic does its thing. Yeah, see, look at that, look at that. Come on, jump around now. Jump, dance, do your, there, look at that, look at that. Dance. Anyway, that was brief, but it did it. Okay, so just kind of knock this garlic out around here a little bit just to help flavor this pan and this olive oil a little bit more for our beef roll. And what we're going to do is, I think that'll work. Just kind of push that garlic aside. And now we're going to take our beef roll and lay it right in here, and it's going to really sear it good. I'm going to sear it for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and then we're going to bake it. All right, let's turn it over one time. See how it browned it real nicely right there? That's what we want to do on each side. So now we're going to turn it right here like this. And continue browning each side. All right, let's turn it to the next side. Now, one thing I have to tell you is whenever you're doing this searing part, because you got the pan so hot and everything, a lot of grease does splatter out all over your counter. So, once we get this part done and the meat out of the way and put in the oven, it'd be a good idea to take maybe some kind of spray and just spray your counter and wipe it and clean it real good. Just a tip. So you see all our sides are brown. We're putting on this last side right here to brown, and we're almost ready to put this thing in the oven. Have all sides browned now. You can see, looking good. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put it in this oven, this pan right here. And if you want to, these cloves of garlic, you can just drop them in that pan beside it. That's okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with some garlic, ever. Ever is there anything wrong with garlic, ever. Garlic is good. Garlic is almost holy. Once you got your beef roll inside the pan, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cover it with aluminum foil, the pan. With our oven preheated to 400 degrees, we're going to put it in there. And we're going to leave it in the oven for about 20 minutes, and that should do it. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes now, so I'm going to turn my oven off, and we're going to take this out. Okay, we just took this out of the oven. It's really hot, so what we want to do is, it's okay to lift our aluminum foil, but what we want to do is let this just sit for about 10 minutes and cool off some because it's really hot. Now, while it's cooling, you might want to take your scissors and just start sort of cutting the cooking string off of it. It should come off pretty easy. Okay, it's been cooling for about 10 minutes now. We're going to set it on our cutting board here. And we're going to give the cut into it test. Okay, so let's cut into this and see what we got. That's pretty easy. Oh yeah, that looks really good. That looks really good. Now let's put a piece on this plate right here. Oh man, wow. Wow, 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 and wow. Oh baby, that is good. That's really, really good. We got all that spinach in there. We got the bacon, the cheese, olive oil, the beef. And that shoulder steak's pretty tender too, because I beat it up real good. Now, what you do is you cut this in slices as we did, and you serve it to your family with maybe steamed vegetables, baked potato, stuff like that. You got a good dinner. And if you got a little red wine, Mamma mia! So anyway, we hope you try it, and we hope you like it. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button, and you can email us, efficientskillet@gmail.com. Make America great again.